Hello, hello. Today we are doing team predictions and review for Pandora's Box 7. And weirdly, this is going to come out a day before the event. Or, it's still going to come out as the previous predictions and reviews I've done. So on a Friday. But Pandora's Box is on a Sunday, so it's actually not going to be less than 24 hours before the event. But other than that, let's get into it. First up, we have the Crimson Cyclopes with Sakura Radio, Mr. Cat, Kalen, and That's Jay. Now, this team's pretty good. We see the return of That's Jay since Pandora's Box 3, and we get to see newcomer Sakura. No, I think this team will do pretty well. I definitely think Kalen's gonna do well. Kalen always just does well. And I think Jay could possibly get top 8 for this event. I think maybe even top 10 at the least. And Misty's a very good supporting player, and he's not the worst. He's pretty decently good. And so Sakura is a very good support player. She is definitely good at supporting the team. So I think this team will do pretty well. And I don't really know what games they'll be best at. But I think they'll just do all around good in most games. I'm trying to think, maybe Gauntlet 2, Chalice Chase, but I think this team will just do very good overall. Next up, we have the Hazel Hydras with Remote Birch, Ava JC, Slime Chucky, and It's Nitro Tiger. Now, I think this team will definitely have the hardest time on making it to Coliseum because Remote has only played a total of 2 times before, and he hasn't played since Frost Wars 5, which was a very long time ago. And from his placements, he got first in Frost Wars 3, and then he proceeded to get 31st in Frost Wars 5. So I think this team's performance definitely rides on how well Remote will do. And Slime is pretty good. I'd say he's pretty decent. And then we also have Ava, who's definitely trying to go back to back to back wins. And then we have Nitro, who's pretty decent, but I don't think he's the best. He's an all around player. So I think this team won't do that well. But obviously that most of this team's performance lies on how well Remote will do. So next up, we have the Golden Griffins with Wilbur, O. Garfield, Mammoth Raft, and T-Shone. Now, I feel like this team has a bit more well-rounded players. Nobody who's too strong, but also nobody who's too weak, which I definitely think is a strength for this team. Raft did pretty decently well for his first event, and I definitely think he's going to improve off of that performance. Ogar is actually pretty decently good at PB from his past performances. And then Wilbur and Tishon are definitely not weak players at all. This team might be, I think, a bit strong, maybe you could even say. I definitely could see this team popping off in speed run and hyperdrive, maybe even some of the heat games like SG. So I definitely think this is a team that people are gonna have to look out for, because this team really doesn't have any weak players. Next up, we have the Mint Mermaids with Carter, Nukery, Don Fortnite, and Locky Ness. Now we see 2 duos here. We see the Locky Ness and Carter duo, and then we see the Sam and Nukery duo. Nukery, I don't know how well he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do pretty decent in this event. He's he's not like the worst. I don't think he's gonna be like a top player, but I definitely think he's gonna be a good player. Both Carter and Sam, last performances definitely could have been better, and Sam didn't even get top 8 last event. So I think both of them are gonna try and improve from their last performances. They're also this team's also kind of scary at PvP with Carter and Sam, so I'd watch out for them in that. Uh, and obviously, I don't have much to say about this team. That this is other than this is like a pretty decent, if not like maybe a little bit strong team. Next up, we have the Diamond Dragons with Not Souls, Aimston, Cloud, and Dakota. Or you could also call this team Team Pals or Pals Team because these are all people from the Pals SMP, which I don't really know about. But yeah, I think this team is gonna definitely have like very good comms because they definitely all know each other like pretty well. Jack can be very good on certain teams, and I think he might be able to do very well on this team. And then while Anson's a newcomer, he's pretty decent at the game. So I think he'll do pretty well for his first event. And then Cloud's always like a great player. And then Dakota's also a very great supporting player. So I think this team will do very good in Chalice Chase and maybe even some of the other PvP games. Because most of the other games are very like individual heavy, like speedrun and hyperdrive. So yeah, I definitely think this is a team to watch out for. Next up, we have the Cobalt Centaurs with Sparky, Toph, Chaos, and Kendall. Now, three of these people have been playing Pandora's Box, or what it was originally called, Frost Wars, for a long time. So this team definitely has experience on their side, and these people definitely know each other pretty well. Um, all of these people were, well, I don't know if Kendall was, but I know Sparky, Top, and Chaos were all Block Wars testers at some point. And these people are definitely not people to sleep on. Toph is very good, and he's gone first in PV multiple times. And then Chaos is pretty good as well, besides the colorblind part. And while Sparky's only played in 2 events, I think Sparky is pretty decently well. Kendall isn't the best, but I think she'll be a good like motivator and all. So I think this team will do pretty well, but I've said that about a lot of these teams, and they're all like very good teams. Next up, we have the Purple Phoniexes with Yawn, Fire Breath Man, Piggles, and No Name. Now we see the return, well, not in this event, but the return of FBM or Shane and Piggles together as a duo. Uh, the last event they played together, they won, so they could do it again, maybe. I don't know. Yawn, they've never played in PB before. They're supposed to play in PB5. It was either I think it was PB5 on Crimson and Cyclopses, but they had to get subbed out due to something. So yeah, No Name's not the best. I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe he has proven he cannot get last. Who knows? I think this team, PvP wise, I think this team will do pretty well. Movement wise, I'm not so sure. I think their cons will be decent, but I really don't know what's gonna happen with this team. And let's see if Shane and Piggles can get on the back-to-back wins together. And last but not least, the pink Pegasi with Wolfie, 5-Up, and Frost, and Craft Clan. Now this team is like very similar to Block Wars Origins 14 Team Party. Just remove Anna and Sam, and then we just have Wolfie here instead. Ant is definitely gonna be trying to go for the back-to-back wins, and he definitely did very well last event. He did have a very like solid team with him, which definitely helped. So I'm interested in seeing how well he'll do here. I think this team will definitely be an entertaining team to watch. They are very good like content creators. I don't know how well they're gonna do because 5-Up has never played, and while 5-Up has shown like decent performances in like other events, I don't know how well he will adapt to PB. I think he'll definitely take the time to study the event and like VOD review. So this team could do like very well. But Wolfie isn't the best at this event, and Kraft did kind of okay. So who knows? But hey again, these teams are very good. So yeah, who knows? I think anyone can make Coliseum. That's all the teams, but now it's time for the most important part, the predictions, and these were very hard to make. All these teams were very are good. But that being said, I have made them, so let's go through them. In 8th place, the Hazel Hydras. In 7th place, the Pink Pegasi. In 6th place, the Purple Phoniexes. In 5th place, the Cobalt Centaurs. In 4th place, the Mint Mermaids. In 3rd place, the Golden Griffins. In 2nd place, the Crimson Cyclopes. And in 1st place, the Diamond Dragons. That is all for this Pandora's Box 7 teams review and predictions. Thank you for watching, and next week I might be doing another Block Wars 7 teams review. So if you want to see that, go check that out next week. But otherwise, bye bye.